12 years ago, we got...
I would like Portia to spell scepter. Go.
It's the Atlanta Scepter Showdown. Let's get into it. We open with Andy doing a season intro and getting cute with government names. NeNe fires back crisply.
Oh, well, how are you, Andrew?
Candy's a week away from marrying Todd. Yikes. Kenya's in Queen cosplay with a scepter and knights Andy while Phaedra throws an eye roll so big you can hear it. Portia debuts a new look, and Cynthia's posted up like an elegant court reporter. Andy starts with Apollo's legal drama. He calls it a federal indictment, and Phaedra is quick to correct him.
And it's actually a complaint and not an indictment.
A distinction, sure, but we all know where this story ends. Andy asks Kenya about her peach. She says it's real and beautiful. Andy asks Phaedra, resident expert, to weigh in.
She's got a diaper booty.
Kenya says she's never been kicked out of a bedroom, submitting a Rotten Tomatoes score for her backside. Critics mixed, audiences thrilled. Kenya says she can pull from the mailbox to Home Depot. Cynthia says she goes to the Home Depot all the time, and the only wood she gets offered is ply. We swing through Candy's love story, Todd in the hot seat and the prenup still in beta. Enough red flags to cover a football field. Andy shifts to Kenya. She's accused of coming for Candy. She swats that down and spins it into a compliment.
I've told Candy a million times, she is built like a brick house. She actually has a shape, unlike some other people that we know here.
A viewer asked if Phaedra calling Kenya names was very Christian. Phaedra says Kenya talked recklessly, and she responded how she felt. Kenya tells her to look in the mirror, and Phaedra does not blink.
Well, I'm looking at you
I'm
and
not the
calling
one.
you.
Phaedra gestures at the scepter.
And hold your little
What's moving on?
toy.
Kenya's Twirl Through the Struggle package rolls. Eviction drama, downgrading a house, but upgrading a Bentley from an offshore situationship. Then Velvet's death. Kenya can't watch it. Andy asks why NeNe, Phaedra, and Portia didn't get invited to Velvet's memorial. Kenya says she didn't feel comfortable letting them into something that personal. Phaedra grabs the mic and can't help herself.
Velvet was her friend. I mean, that was probably, one of her only good friends.
Kenya tells her not to be dirty about her dog. Phaedra tells her not to be so sensitive. Kenya tells her to pipe down. Phaedra fires back.
You're not my mama.
She follows it with,
You're no one's mama, so you just keep your little toy to yourself.
Andy decides this is the perfect moment to open the African Prince file. He reads a viewer comparing the man's existence to Kenya's acting career. Kenya hits her talking points. They saw each other 3 weeks ago. He never comes to Atlanta. They only meet in other cities. Does he have a warrant in Fulton County? Why can this man not clear TSA at Hartsfield Jackson? Portia claims Kenya tried to pay a Nigerian singer 15 grand to play her boyfriend on camera. While Kenya denies it, she starts using the scepter as a pointer. She swings it across Cynthia's chest towards Portia. Cynthia flinches like she's about to file for hazard pay. Portia warns her that if that scepter touches her, it's going to disappear real quick. Kenya keeps swinging. Portia snatches the scepter clean and yeets it. We get a tragic cutaway of it lying on the floor like a fallen housewife soldier. Cynthia looks relieved. Unfortunately, Kenya turns into Gallagher. She pulls out a bullhorn. She fumbles with the batteries while everyone laughs, then fires it up and starts blasting over at Portia. Andy says he feels bad for the discarded scepter, which sets Kenya up perfectly.
I would like Portia to spell scepter. Go.
Andy tries to clarify whether NeNe's met this prince. Kenya says yes. NeNe says absolutely not. And we get NeNe's now mythic story. She's leaving her Beverly Hills hotel at night. A man runs up yelling.
Kinmara is across the street. Kinmara is across the street.
She had no idea what he was saying, so she hopped in her black Ferrari and pulled off. A couple of minutes later, Kenya calls to ask why she walked away from her man. That's when NeNe finally clocks that the guy was saying Kenya Moore is across the street. Kenya co-signs the timeline, but adds that he later told her that NeNe was...
She was so nasty and so rude.
NeNe doesn't miss a beat.
Me like that.
So nasty.
And that's what happened.
So rude.
Andy asks Kenya if she'd like to take a lie detector test to prove she has a man. She says yes, then pivots into a speech about how she's beautiful, successful, accomplished, and it's ridiculous to think she can't get one. Still no proof that Prince isn't on layaway. We're somehow discussing Walter again, and Kenya says the people who laughed at her last season are now getting theirs. Andy asks Phaedra if karma got her. She says no. Then he asks Portia. Portia is done with her whole life being labeled karma. She says she's tired of grown women playing the victim, tired of Kenya acting like she's under attack when she's been the problem since day one, tearing other women down and then crying about it. Kenya smiles and tells her to look up victim in the dictionary. They start talking over each other. She hits Portia right in the cordell wound.
Her man put her out on the street.
Honey, none of your men claim you.
Kenya brings up cheating. You can see the last thread of Portia's self-control evaporate.
You're a from the 90s.
Kenya picks up the bullhorn one more time and unloads.
You are a dumb.
Portia goes for the bullhorn, then she's on her feet, face to face with Kenya. Portia adjusts Kenya's hair. Carlos King dives in and wraps Portia up, but it's too late. Kenya, Portia, and Carlos are a Bravo pretzel on the carpet. Kenya gets up first, already celebrating.
You're gone. Portia, she should be fired.
Portia's still on the ground, legs out like the Wicked Witch under a Georgia ballroom. NeNe and Phaedra rush in to calm her down and cover her mouth. Eventually, Carlos whisks Portia up and carries her out. Backstage, we split into 2 therapy sessions. Andy goes to Kenya first. Kenya puts 100% of the blame on Portia. No mention of the scepter in her face or the bullhorn in her ears. Then Andy goes to Portia, who is embarrassed. She didn't realize what she'd done until she was on the ground. She talks about the divorce and Kenya weaponizing Cordell. She fully admits getting physical is wrong, but says she was also pushed to the wall. Andy tells her she's not coming back out and sends her home. And that's where part 1 ends. This was only the appetizer to a main course and dessert that still feeds us. If you want me to recap part 2, drop "I said what I said" in the comments, and I'll pull the receipts.